Hey kids, nice to see you all again. I hope you're doing well. So today I'm going to show you how to put up Christmas lights outdoors. If you've never done that before, there's a little bit of planning that you want to do before you venture into it, so you don't get yourself caught and then, oops, I didn't measure first. So, after I am kind of covering a lot of holiday related stuff up until we get to the new year, and then we'll go back to some regular how-tos. But I thought it fitting to go ahead and do stuff that we're all dealing with right now, right? So also, please be safe whenever you're dealing with a ladder. Whether it's an extension ladder or a step ladder or whatever. You want to get a good one first of all, and when you use it, make sure it's sturdy before you step up on it. And then you want those hinges to be locked down so that it's nice and sturdy, right? So don't get careless with that, because you can hurt yourself, and we don't want anybody getting hurt, right? So and then also, don't set, and there's even warnings on it too. It says this is not a step, right? I think obviously the top, you don't want to step on the top, and then the one next down, you don't want to step on that because it gets unstable, right? So, and then also, if you're ever working on your roof, if you're on your roof or if you're on a ladder, if at all possible, try to make sure somebody else is home, in case something does happen. You don't want to be there by yourself and you're, in pain and you don't have anybody to help you. So, yeah. So, anyway, yeah, just, please be smart. So also, before you even get started, you want to take measurements on your house so that you have the right length of Christmas lights, before you get started, so you're not having to run to the store afterwards. So you take the measurements, and I have a drawing of my house, rough drawing, of course, and then I have the in bold what I measured coming across here, and then I go up and I go over and I go across and then across here. So I needed to take those measurements right before I even got started, and then I have an outlet here. And I've been doing this house, we've lived here for about 20 years, so I've been doing it for a long time, so I already, got all the measurements and know what it takes to light it up. So, but anyway, before you get started, just use your head and take good measurements so that you can do a nice job. So before we get started, I have a dad joke for you. So how does Santa keep track of all the chimneys he's been down? He keeps a log. Anyway, let's get started.
Okay, so the two type of clips that I like to use, either one of these. This is kind of an older style, and all I did was I just clipped off the top. You can see that part right there is missing. I just snipped it off because it wasn't necessary. It basically had something like that on the top. Okay, and all these work. This is how this works for a gutter. So I realize not everybody's going to have gutters, but this is how I do mine. So it's just this flat part goes here, and it just snaps in like that. Okay, and then same thing with this one. This comes here, and it snaps in good. And then all I do is I just put my icicle lights underneath here. So I'll show you that here in just a second, but I just put my icicle lights and I just snap this on to hold it. And then this one's kind of a heavier duty one. I don't know if they make them anymore, but so it holds things really good. So you can spread it out and make sure that they're nice and tight. Okay, so that's one way to do it. Here's another one. You can use these this way too. You can slide it up underneath your shingles there like that. That's another way. And then you can just have this be your clip, or you can use that to string your icicle lights too. I've never done that, but I understand that's how you can do it. Okay, so I just started from over on the end, and I just started about every foot to 18 inches. I'm putting one of these. So all I'm doing is I'm just taking this and I'm bringing it over here, and then I go like this and I snap it on. Then you make sure your icicle lights are just dangling down, right? Make sure that they're hanging down good. And then what I do when I get to the end of a run, if I get to the end of a run and I have a lot left over, then I'll take it and I'll double this up like that. I'll add a little bit extra and then just clamp that in just to kind of finish it off. I mean, if you have a lot, then you have to be careful with that, but that's how I do it. Okay, see that? and then I just keep on with my run going on down. And so once it kind of lays out, I can kind of tell what how long it's going to be, and so I might actually do that every couple feet, gather a little bit if I need to use it up, so I don't bunch it all up at the end. Okay. So another way to do it is you could just put hooks underneath your eaves too, like that. You know, if you're planning on staying there at the house, it might be worth your while to go ahead and do that. I have these other lights on here that I have in the backyard that I've strung up like that, but you could do that for Christmas lights and then just leave those hooks there, and it might speed things up for you too if you don't have gutters. All right, so I'm just going to do this run here, and I just load these things up, all my clips. I put, you know, probably 6 or 7 in my pocket at a time, get up on the ladder and get as far as I can, then move the ladder and reload and just kind of work my way down. So and you just want to make sure you shake these out, right, so they're hanging good. And again, about every 18 inches, foot to 18 inches, just start stringing them along. Okay, I'm going to move my ladder. Okay, so I think you get the hang of it as far as what that's going to look like. I'm just going to work my way down, and I'll show you how I plug everything in. Okay, so this is how I hook up my lights so that I can control them from inside. I have this little remote control, and it goes to this unit here. Okay, so all I do is I just plug that into my outlet outside, like this. Actually, I got to put it in the bottom one because otherwise it won't bend up if I don't. Okay, so it's like that, and that just goes straight up like that. I plug in my extension cord to that, like that, and then I'm going to get up on the ladder and show you. So I end up having that come up to here, and I have some nails that I've put up in my eaves here, because every year this is exact. I just do the same thing over and over now that I've figured out the best way to hang my lights. So okay, so I just have I just plug that in down below, and then I just have this nail up here that I put in a long time ago, because once I figured out how things were laid out. This is what I do every year. It just makes it easy. Okay, and then I have this other hook right over here. And then I actually have a nail back here too that to pick up the slack if I need it, if I need to pull this up a little bit more. There's just another nail here. Looks like it got bent a little bit. And then I can just kind of tighten everything up so it comes out nice and neat like that. So, and then I've got those, I started running that string over there, and it's going to end right here, plug into here, and then I'm going to take another one off of here and run that way with it. I got two that'll finish off my house that way. And then another thing, I'm not sure if I'm going to do it this year, is I can actually, right at this pivot point, like right here, I plug in another one. I plug in a green extension cord, darker extension cord, so it blends in with my roof. And then I just run it up the back of my roof, and then I run some across the top. Makes the house look majestic, but I don't know if I'm gonna actually do the top this year. It's been sunny, so it's pretty dry, so I should be safe walking around on my roof. Okay, so I just went ahead and plugged this in, right? This run that I have coming that I was showing you how I put it in. And then now I have my remote control, and I can just push it on, they're on. Push it off, they're off. It really makes it pretty nice. You could be inside your house and just push this and it'll come on, and push them when you're ready to turn them off. So anyway, pretty handy. Okay, so I went ahead and did the upper part of my house. It just looks so much nicer when I do that. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what it ends up looking like here. This is still in the daytime, so pretty cool, huh? It looks amazing. Those icicle lights really dress things up. I used to use, all the different colors and stuff, and I used to screw in each one by hand and unscrew it and pack it away so that the bulbs wouldn't break. But this is much easier, and the bulbs don't break. And these are LED lights, and so LED lights, they seem to be a little bit brighter. Plus, if one goes out, the whole string doesn't go out, because I used the same lights over and over for a while, and then I'd get up there, get them all strung up, and then I'd have like 6 foot that wasn't lit, and that looked pretty tacky. So I'm really happy about these. They're a little more expensive. I'm sure they'll come down in years to come, but right now they're kind of expensive. But I think in the long run it'll pay off, because I won't have to be getting back up on the ladder. Okay, I'm going to turn on the lights so you can see what it looks like. Here we go. Very nice. So let's go across. Oh, you can't see me, so I guess I'll finish this up inside. So see how nice it looks though, by doing it on the top as well. I've done it before where I just normally do it at the bottom. It's just not nearly as dramatic as when you go ahead and do the bottom and the top. So okay, I hope that was helpful for you to maybe make it a little less intimidating if you've never put lights on your house before. Just a little bit of planning, and I've refined it over the years to make it as easy as possible to put them up and take them back down, because you want to take them back down, right? You don't want to be that guy. So anyway, whatever you can do to kind of simplify your life so you're not, so it's not a 5-hour struggle. It probably took me about an hour, to put them up, and it'll take me even less to take them down. So anyway, I hope this was helpful for you. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a Merry Christmas, and God bless you.